The first advice that I want to give is entering into Ramadan with a beautiful opinion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, the anxiety, the fear, the stress that we may generally have around, Ramadan and what we're going to do and not be able to do. I want us this year to look and to close our eyes. And as we're entering into this space, we're imagining the angels calling upon us to come forward, seeking good, imagining the beauty of heaven as it's orienting itself for us. Imagine all of the devils being shackled, the Jahannam being closed, the celestial realm being altered for the beauty and the wonder of the month of Ramadan. And so, I want us to really internalize emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and intellectually that there is something that is objectively beautiful transpiring, and that's going to transpire in a day, and that we are excited for that. Just that. Let's, quote unquote, putting the acts of worship aside for a moment, but theologically and spiritually, just getting your mind in the right place is so essential. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Our actions are by our intentions. We have to have the best of intentions. Why do we care about Ramadan? We need to articulate that to Allah. Ya Allah, I'm just excited about being your servant, and I'm excited about being in this assembly of angels and prophets and predecessors who've fasted, who've prayed, who've worshipped, who've remembered. I'm just excited to be in this company of piety and beauty, and that's a part of my intentionality coming into this space. The second critical piece of advice that I want to give, brothers and sisters, is to realize that the best of deeds are those that are small, even those that are consistent, even if they're small. I know a lot of time we put a certain burden or pressure on ourselves to go really high, to accomplish really lofty goals. And lofty goals are beautiful, but we need goals that are achievable and that are manageable, right? It's good to challenge ourselves, yes, to a certain degree, but let's not overshoot, and that overshoot in a way that leads us to despair. Because the real Achilles heel, I think, for a lot of us when it comes to psychologically just considering Ramadan, is that we set up this edifice that really very often ends up falling, and then we fall with it, and we feel, we start to really write ourselves off. I'm worthless. I'm not worth it. Every year I set up these goals, I never fulfill them. This year, go into it just with a very simple attitude, a very simple, beautiful attitude, a very joyous one. And you think to yourself, inshallah, I'm going to spend some intimate time with the Book of Allah. As much as I can in the day, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, whatever, window of time is meaningful for you, doable, suitable for you. But take the attitude of, I'm just going to spend time with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reading His words, really exploring the meanings, the depth, the wonder, the gardens of beauty. That is the Quran, exploring the signs of Allah. What is Allah trying to tell me? Who can I find myself in this book? As an Ahnaf ibn Qais, who would say, I used to go to the Quran to find myself. And so he read the Quran, kitabun, because he heard the verse where Allah says, kitabun fihi dhikrukum. This is a book that has your remembrance in it. So he's like, I'm going to read the Quran with the mindset of I'm going to find myself. And that's something that we all, in the modern parlance of our age, we talk about needing to find ourselves and explore and figure out who we are. Well, the Book of Allah is where we go to find ourselves. So have that mindset, have that attitude. Don't put this regimented mentality of mechanical completion of acts because it's like some sort of race, or it's a matter of like accumulation. No, there is a true merit into the quality of time that's spent with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So really try to prioritize quality, and secondly, put the quantity that you are capable of accomplishing as having challenged yourself a bit more. But every day, the Book of Allah is with us.